Meyers joins us, Fort Bend County Precinct 3 Commissioner and a believer in nuclear energy. You worked with the governor on this issue. How close do you think we are to seriously installing small nuclear reactors here in Texas?
Well, thank you for having me on. That's a difficult question to answer. I think we're probably, 6 years away. There's a lot to be done. One of the things that we're trying to do, actually on my way to Austin to talk to the co-chair of the Texas Nuclear Caucus right now to help develop strategy with regard to how do we get legislation that's necessary to make certain that we have the opportunity to invite a whole lot of researchers and developers in advanced nuclear to Texas and get them started.
And to be clear, I don't think you're not talking about 3 Mile Island. You're not talking about these huge nuclear reactors that many of which have existed for 30 or 40 or 50 or more years. We're talking about relatively small nuclear reactors capable of powering like an entire neighborhood, for example, or maybe an entire city.
Well, yes, they're called small modular reactors. I'm a big proponent of what they call molten salt reactors, and the reason I'm a proponent of that is because molten salt reactors can generate about 2 to 3 times the thermal energy that the current pressurized or light water reactors, as they're called, can generate. Those reactors are very large. We've got 2 of them in Texas, one in South Texas Project in Matagorda County, the other Comanche Peak. But our focus is on small modular reactors that can be grouped together to be the size, if you want, to produce as much electricity as one of the larger ones, or you can have them small that operated for one city, or you can have micro reactors that can power, say, the Houston Medical Center.
Andy, what's the biggest thing standing in the way of something like this? Is it the concern that the public still has over things like nuclear power and nuclear waste, or is it more the regulatory environment?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. Obviously, one of the things that I served on, as you pointed out, the governor's Texas Advanced Nuclear Reactor Working Group. I was policy co-chair. That group was charged with coming up with a plan to make Texas the leader in developing nuclear power. We're the leader in all forms of energy. We're the leader in oil and gas. We're the leader in wind and the leader in solar. Wind and solar has proven that they're not as reliable as we need. That's one of the reasons that I'm a big proponent of nuclear. It is a very reliable base load generator. And the effort that we have right now is to get necessary legislation introduced so that we can incentivize, so to speak, or make the road a little easier. One of the things I introduced legislation in the 23 legislative session to put Texas on that path to become the leader. And one of the things that we did, we met with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. They're in favor of the effort. They just want to make certain that these plants are going to be ultra safe, and I totally agree with that. One of the things that the chair of the working group, the nuclear working group, did is he appointed me to gave me the responsibility of coming up with a marketing and education plan, so to speak. So we educate, first of all, our legislators, let them know what's going on, then our local elected officials and the business community, then ultimately the population at home.
Right.
Because right now, this country is about 50-50. About 50% are in favor of nuclear, about 50% are opposed to it. And a lot of it has to do with there's a lot of misinformation, misunderstanding out there. And
Andy,
so that's a big stumbling block.
We got to run because we're running over as we usually do. But I want to thank you for your time this morning and keep working on this and keep us posted if you would, sir. Hope to talk to you again soon about this.